Well, the summer beach weather may be long gone, but still a tremendous afternoon for football here in Los Angeles, California. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Seattle Seahawks and the Los Angeles Rams. Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. We knew this game had the potential to have quite a few twists and turns, but maybe not on the very first play of the game.
And not only did they end up with an interception, they got an actual bonus, too. A nice return ends up setting them up first and goal. What a change and what a twist.
Suddenly it's first and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal. Todd Gurley standing by his lonesome in the backfield here. Second and goal. He's going to get it running right. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
It's third and goal.
So they're back at the 7 now for third and goal.
Watch left, watch left. Tiny to the left.
Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And he's in for the score, and his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal. Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well-organized, well-coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
This is fielded at the goal line. And a very solid return out across the 45-yard line before going out of bounds.
Well, you gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up first and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's second and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's second and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Wilson. He lets it fly for Lockett. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Another good run there. He's been good all season long. I don't know if he's going to win that MVP award, but just to be in the discussion, obviously that means he's had a great run.
The raw numbers put him in the discussion. Can he carry his team to enough victories? Can he put them in a spot where we say to ourselves, well, an MVP carries his team to the playoffs. That's what he's going to need in order.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? A guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field, pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route, well run, and the football, right on the money.
The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Gone. He's letting it fly for Cooks. That's caught inside the 20. And he is down deep into Seattle territory. Goff finding Cooks on a big play. 42 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Goff going to hand it to Gurley. And he is into the end zone, and the touchdown record is now all his. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the 1st quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized it.
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line.
Let's go. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the 1st half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive.
He's checking. Crash. Switch.
Now it's Carson. The tackle there by John Johnson.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
I'm going to run you over. 36. Alert.
Here's Wilson to throw. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by John Johnson. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And some room to maneuver. There he goes, right side. And finally out of bounds, just a few yards short of the goal line at the 3. A huge play that time for the Rams. 67 yards on the ground. This defense porous so far in this first quarter. They face another 1st and goal. On 1st and goal, Gurley. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Another try on 2nd down with Gurley. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
3rd and goal, Gurley. I don't think Gurley got there. Looks like the defense held him back. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Todd Gurley doing it again with his 3rd touchdown here in the opening quarter. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. Zerline good with a PAT. And that makes the score 21-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here's Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now it's Wilson. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. He'll return it from the 6. 21-0 our score after 1. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Tedrick Thompson picks it. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
You got tight right there. Zebra. 41.
They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Come on, back.
Looking to throw on second down. Wilson, nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They're not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Wilson to the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here.
25, check 25. Guys, 4 down, 4 down. 4. Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. Who we got?
They snap it at 1. Now Wilson. That's complete into the hands of Carson. Give him 6 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Pulled in at the 24. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Alert 3.
On 2nd and 7, Goff. He's letting it fly for Cooks. That's caught inside the 20. Goff finding Cooks on a big play. 52 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
Hey, kill.
From the red zone now, Goff. And it's caught. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
First and goal at the 1-yard line.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Todd Gurley on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. Zerline connects on the extra point, and a rout is on here in this first half. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
The Seahawks take over.
Let's go. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. You've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
And a nice run past the 30-yard line there.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The Rams go nickel here defensively on third. Throwing is Wilson. They'll run the screen with Carson. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Give him 6 yards in the first down.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
Hatchet. 6 guys. Check 6 guys. Slam.
On first down, Carson. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
At the 35-yard line.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. 6 yards on the pickup, and all of a sudden here, it's third down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Mike, 14, 315. Tight end right. We got 3. Check. We got 3. A little flare. Flare.
On third down, Wilson. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available.
He's got a man, complete. 33 yards that time. Well, that certainly changes things.
Yeah, I think the thought process is they take this lead into the locker room, run something simple here and run the clock out. Instead, they get the big play. Now they have a chance to increase what they've done in the first half.
Goff on first down. The 20. He gets it to Cooks. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Rams first down. 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
We go tonight. 20. Check. Watch 54. Watch.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. This is caught. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
A bit of a surprise. They're going for it with 2 ticks remaining. No sign of the field goal unit. The final shot before break here. Goff. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Robert Woods. As time expires in the first half, as his guys continue to pour it on. Zerline good with a PAT. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. Fielded about a yard deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do, and we'll attack accordingly.
And we'll see how they attack here. A big hitter to start the drive has them up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They run. It's Gurley. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
2nd and 7 at their 48.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And an alley to run. Todd Gurley, wave goodbye. Touchdown, L.A. Todd Gurley, 52 yards, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Zerline connects on the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Carson. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Now here's Michael Dixon. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Taken in at the 11. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time out, another touchdown, and I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the fourth quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the roads
true.
will be fairly clear
that is
by the time
one
we have to leave the booth.
At the 43-yard line.
20. Hey, let's get in that hole.
On first down, gone. He's going to air it out deep for Woods. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Check. Kill. Chef. Hey, switch gears.
They'll begin the drive with Carson. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. Because I remember playing in these spots, and my coaches always say, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
Check. Lucky.
They run again with Carson. He'll try to get forward, but he's going to be stopped in his tracks at about the 3. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
Kill. Check. Joker.
They run it with Carson. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon. He's been terrific so far. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Take it at the 37. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Rams are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over.
We go tonight. 180. Yo.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Oh, he's looking for a touchdown deep for Woods. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
I'm here all day. I'm here all day.
Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
If they want it first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Goff. They got a man. It's Woods. That's a gain of 13, first down Rams. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot.
And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Cooper Kupp. His 5th touchdown now on the year as his guys continue to pour it on.
When we draw up defenses on the board, we do account for every receiver. But on that particular play, somehow he was wide open, became an easy touchdown pass.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Hey, alert. Watch twins. Left pass. Mike 4. Pick it up.
Wilson. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
And the Seahawks first down.
Keep
That's
playing.
the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Rams 49, Seahawks nothing.
Mike, 280. Watch the safety creep. Slam.
They'll run on first down. It's Carson, and no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
4 down. Shit. 12. Shit. Check 9. Check 43.
They'll keep it on the ground. Carson, he'll get 3 up to midfield. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is, he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. And that is incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Now here's Michael Dixon. He'll boot it away from about his 35. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones. And it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it #1 for what we've seen this season.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It's a gain of 15, and the Rams have a first down.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another first and 10. Out of the gun, gone. And Woods has it, complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles. It certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. On 2nd and 11 now. Goff. Oh, he's looking for a touchdown deep for Woods. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Now they go screen. It's complete. And, boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down. Now it's Zerline to try the Ram field goal. Right hash mark, a 42-yard attempt. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 44. This is Carson. And, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Carson. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
12. Mike 4. Come off the ball.
Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. And that will be incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL.
Todd Gurley, wave goodbye. Past the 20, 10, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
So they are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Here's a handoff to Carson to begin the drive. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the 24-yard line.
Quick, 380. Record. Tie that left. Out.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Carson, and there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, Carson, and he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. This is fielded inside the 5. So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
At the 23-yard line.
Black 20. Mike 54. I got you. I got set. Set.
Hey, one set. Check
that.
54. Mike 54.
What's that?
Here we go.
What's that?
So the LA Rams with a victory here. And